In the first round, I would like you to tell me your name, your company, and the mission of your company, what you're doing there. And yeah, just to get to know each other. I start with you. You know the drill.
I'm Niall O'Connor. I work for Bank of America, and our mission is self-explanatory.
Howdy, my name is Brandon Perry. I came here from Austin, Texas, and I'm with WP Engine, and we're helping improve digital agencies' presence using WordPress.
Hi, my name is Hugh McCarthy, and I am with Brightwater Recruitment, and our mission is to make people happier.
Hi, my name is Xin. I'm from Accenture. My role is data science manager. Our goal is to bring data science to Accenture internal global data to help business.
How you doing? I'm Sean O'Donnell. I'm with Rapid Ratings. We're a financial analytics company, and we're trying to make the world of financial ratings more honest, more transparent, and make everyone's lives better as a result.
Wonderful. That was a great and quick first round. And where's the applause? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's start with rapid ratings. I'll ask some questions which are not your regular recruitment questions. The idea behind this is to give people something to talk about with you without just spilling the beans. Like, hey, I want to be recruited, so something easy to talk about. So we start with rapid ratings. The question is the same for everybody. If your company would be a pizza topping, what pizza topping would you be?
Well, we're a little bit odd in a lot of ways, and we're very proud of the fact that we're doing all of our tech development in Ireland, so I'll go with the slightly odd pizza topping of sliced potato.
Okay, yeah, I think the question might not good for Chinese people. We have many kind of choices there. So, because I'm in Ireland, I know the potatoes, fishes, chips are very popular. Actually, I love it. So, same answers: potatoes and chips. Chips.
Chips. So we have potatoes and chips on the pizza.
I think, given what we do, we're a slap test, so we're a make your own. So we obviously work with multiple companies. So yeah, we're a make your own pizza. You can choose.
Macaroni? Make your own pizza.
Make your own pizza, yeah.
Okay.
Those are pretty good. I'd say we are cheese, mostly because we are absolutely crucial to your digital presence. Cheese is, I mean, you can't have pizza without cheese, right? So we are cheese.
Cool.
We'd be the bill at the end. And the tip.
Give a hand to the recruiters. So there's a story behind this, what pizza topping would you be? In another organization, I was talking with a lady, she's doing her PhD in psychology, and she's doing some research on dating dynamics, like is there any other criteria than being beautiful? And they have a lot of studies and took down the things. And one of the participants in that dating study asked the question, if you would be a pizza topping, what would you be? And she told me that story. I had heard an audiobook where they did in another country the same study, and they found out that that was the most highest rated question to get to the next step in dating. So I don't want to date them, I want them to date you. Okay, we heard about the mission of your company, and I think it's kind of make the world a better place. So now we go with another question first. I was flying here, and always in the airport there was an announcement, if you're having a Samsung Note 7, please come to the desk and don't take it with you. What would be the Samsung 7 Note event for your company? Or the German version, what would be the diesel event for your company?
Everybody knows the answer to this question. It's happened already. Yeah.
I would say if you turn the internet off. I mean,
I don't understand that question.
Yeah, I mean, I know Note 7 is Asian kind of a Samsung product. So, to be honest, in the formal kind of environment, I'm not going to represent Accenture's kind of the answers. But my personal answer would be, I hate the Note 7 because I'm people purely the Apple fans. So anything worse I can bring to the Samsung down, I would love to bring it.
If the accountants and established financial ratings agencies of the world suddenly developed a horrible dose of honesty in the morning, there'd be no need for us anymore, we'd be done.
It's great that we put Accenture and these guys next to each other. So, thank you very much. Give a big hand. So, we all try to make the world a better place. How is the mission of your company helping to avoid a zombie apocalypse? Apocalypse.
Well, one of the larger companies we work with helps produce chainsaws. So if you want high quality chainsaws in the event of your zombie apocalypse, we helped make that happen.
I want to bring the Accenture's headline, high promise delivered. Accenture is very good at building process and execute process. And at this stage, we are talking about the artificial intelligence. That in the future, my vision is going to bring the artificial intelligence to improve the process, help every business to improve their efficiency.
So I suppose what we do is, to a certain extent, we create a little bit of churn in the market. So churn and change makes people happy, keeps people going. So yeah, that's our way.
Cool, thank you.
we host several thousand websites, several 100,000 websites, and I know that few of them are e-commerce, and some of them specifically towards zombie apocalypse gear. So survival would be the key, and we host plenty of sites that would be able to sell you lots of really cool stuff to equip yourself for the zombie apocalypse.
We'd extend credit to the zombies, right? Full knowing they can't pay it back, and then they'd be ruined, and then they wouldn't be able to really do much anymore after that. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So, is it the vampires only who you can kill with garlic, or is it also zombies?
No, that's just vampires.
That's just vampires, so it's not helpful to have the garlic credit card. Anyway. They can't pay. So, what's the typical workplace in your company? That's an easy question, no? Or for the recruiters, at what kind of work do you put them? What's the typical thing? So what's the typical workstation, the typical cubicle, the typical wherever you work? How does it look like? What makes it special or unspecial or normal? Whoever wants to start, just move. What's the work environment?
So we actually just got a very nice new work environment. We moved in 2 weeks ago, so all my packages are being delivered to the old one. But we have a lovely new office on Exchequer Street, right in the middle of town. You're never going to get a better place in terms of you want to do shopping at your lunchtime, you want to get a nice lunch, you want to get whatever else. Everything is absolutely brand shiny new. if you've worked as a developer in one place, it's not going to be a shock that you've a nice desk, you've got big monitors, you've got a laptop. Most people work at home at least one day a week, so you can work pretty much wherever you like. We have our nice kitchen, we have our nice coffee machine, we have our chill out area with the insanely comfy chair. I'm buying one of for myself. And come talk to me and I'll tell you lots more.
Thanks. That sounds impressive. So anyway, for my part, I'm going to share in two things. One thing, the new building, the Center for Innovation in the Sandwich HQ in Grand Canal Quay or Grand Canal Dock. Our HR essentially said it's the smartest building in Europe. I'm not sure. I think probably in Ireland. So they bring some kind of they invest lots of money on bring the Surface Pro big screen about 10 inches. Also bring the smart apps. People can use the app to book meeting rooms. Using three-dimensional beacons to track yourself locations. Also can personalize your likeness of temperature, lights when you go into a meeting room. The lights temperature tuned to your personalized. So that's something I was told. I tried. Actually, it works. Still some bugs there. That's one part. The other part, I literally joined Accenture, I think 3 months. For the last 3 months, I share my experience. I think Accenture is not like typical Microsoft, IBM, Google companies. They need geek. They need people who really focus on technical. Accenture is mixed between the technical and the soft skills. That need you to communicate with your colleague, your boss, your team members. As data scientists, you also need to communicate with product owners, stakeholders, which I think this might be a good place for the data scientists. You need communication skills. You need very hacker skills. Also need to learn things fast. Accenture has KX. It's like their internal Google. And also you can access a lot of results to improve your domain knowledge build up, which you can really bring the data science in the space. Maybe a lot?
So by nature of what we do, so we work with a very broad range of companies. So a lot of startups, a lot of tier 1 tech firms, a lot of financial services firms. So all of them have different work environments. There's commonality. So I suppose in terms of what we can offer, it is whether it's location, whether you want to work in North Dublin, city centre, South Dublin. So we would have companies, I suppose, spread across Leinster. Some people prefer startups, more comfortable in them. Some people prefer larger environments. So I think a lot of the companies that we go out and visit, very, very diverse work environments.
We're still building out our Limerick office, but generally speaking, we give you a MacBook, so you're mobile, you can work at home. The general workspace is pretty collaborative, very open, no cubicles or anything like that. Very high energy, a lot of fun. Like in our Austin office, we have arcade machines and kitchens, we have catered lunches and stock pantries and stuff like that. We try to make it as homey as possible. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
We're worldwide. If you want to work anywhere in the world, you can eventually get there if you want with us. In Dublin, we're at the end of the Lewis line. We have a car park, gym, canteen, kitchen, showers, all that stuff. Working area is completely open. If you like leaving your desktop unlocked and getting emails sent to the CEO from your desk, this is the place for you. And I suppose if you like money, come to the bank.
Thank you very much. So, we should do something difficult again. It's easy for you because you've been there before. On this hot seat. It's like in Hunger Games. You think you succeed one time and you're set for all, and then you need to get a follow-up, and the people from the first following are still called again to fight. So, what's the spirit animal of your company?
You said that. Scrooge McDuck. Anyone know who he is, yeah? Yeah. The old miserable fella with all the money. Yeah.
I'd say our spirit animal is an eagle, bold, and majestic.
Spirit animal chameleon, because yeah, different companies change.
Again, this is my personal statement. I think the hawk, in the hawk, difference between to the eagle is fly higher. Give it okay.
You've actually asked me this before, so I get to answer the same as last time. We're small, and most of the companies in the financial landscape we deal with are way, way, way bigger and way, way scarier than us. So we have to make up for it by doing things differently and being a little bit mental. So we go with the honey badger.
It's a good question. So nearly as good as the pizza topping. So we have interesting thing about all those perks. And I had the experience when people were recruited, they had the thing, we provide the usual perks like free lunches, and people were shocked that that's what's called the usual perks. So let's look at the negative side. Who would be bad advised to come to your company or to come to your recruiter? Who would be more unhappy when he joins your company? Or is everybody a good addition or fit for everyone? Usually not.
PHP programmers.
Actually, I was starting at the PHP program. I think Accenture, yeah, the communication is very important. There are lots of remote meetings, global collaborations. So for the people who focus on the programming, is not good at communications, I don't suggest, you might have some other situations, but in Accenture, they might feel the difficulty to understand the target, to work together to move things forward.
I think with us, it's different strokes for different folks. So some people just prefer the comfort of a large company. Some people prefer the excitement of a startup. So I think there's a job for everybody. Everybody's different.
This is pretty generic, but I'd say if you're not a people person, because we're extremely collaborative, so if you like to sit in a corner and not talk to anybody, you'd probably not be a good fit.
I was going to say, if you're honest, don't, but no. I won't say that. I was going to say, if you have morals, don't, but no, I'm not getting this right. I can't think. Yeah, everyone is welcome.
Very inclusive. So we have around 800,000 new employees for you in Germany. Very good. Problem solved. Good. If you're a recruitee, you should just come to you. That's obvious. But there are many of us who are happy in their current position. But maybe they know someone who might be looking for something. So give me a picture, a short story that somebody could tell somebody, hey, I heard you can ning at ning. You should not use ning.
Sounds like you're selling drugs with that.
It depends what you're paying. Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, cool.
I haven't been involved much for the last few years, so I guess most of you probably wouldn't know. I founded Python Ireland quite a long time ago. And a lot of your current PyCon committee work with me. So if you know someone who likes Python, and I'm sure if you're here, you know people who like Python, and they would like to work with some of the people in Ireland who've been working the longest with Python, who know the most of the community, basically if that's what you want to live and breathe, and that's where you want to work, you're going to have a hard time finding somewhere better to go.
Well, I'll give it a try if I'm not quite sure the question is. I mean, I think you guys in Ireland, there's no snake in Ireland. There's stories. Why? I suppose Python is one of bigger size snake. So we have Python in Ireland. And that's some pictures. We can bring some kind of snake in Ireland to make it different.
I think coming to us, I suppose in some respects we act as a buffer. There is, just in terms of, I suppose, what we do, we can prepare people for interviews. We know our clients, we know their cultures. So, yeah, I suppose what we offer is, I suppose, a view on a broad range of companies.
We're hiring for lots of different positions. You don't have to just be a developer. But if you know someone who is looking to work in the web space, someone that's good in Linux, Python, just general programming in general, you can go ahead and push them towards WP Engine, and we'll be happy to talk to them.
So I've worked for a lot of technology companies over the years, and the bank is kind of different because we've been around for over 100 years as a company, and we've seen the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and women, trying to get equal rights in the workplace. And there's a lot of stuff the bank has come through in the year, and they've set up an environment to work in. And it sounds not believable that a bank would be run that way, but they are run in a very good way. Since working there, I've become a better communicator, a better person. There's a management team that genuinely believes in people's talent there. I'm from the arse of nowhere in Ireland, Carlow, and a small scuddy town in the back of nowhere. And this year I built a model to price a considerable portion of America's mortgage market. And next year we're going to take all that modeling onto the cloud. We're going to price the credit card market, which is 350 million credit cards, which is an astonishing amount of data to work with. And that's the type of company Bank of America is. Their challenges they're unbelievable. They're one of the top 10 banks in the world. They're in that list in a different position every year. We shuffle around a bit, but I've never had a technical challenge in my life like anything that company has thrown at me. So if that's what you want to do, we have it.
Cool. I think they're under a big round of applause to go through all the crazy questions. So, we asked some really silly questions, edgy questions, good questions, not understandable questions. So, we have still 5 minutes left. So, I want to give each of you half a minute, 40 seconds, to say what's been not said, why somebody should later talk to you. We covered a lot, so when you said, okay, we've covered everything, who did not understand it till now, I can't help anymore. But if you've got an additional pitch, why or what has to be said.
We'll pay you money to work with Python. Come, talk to me now. Cool.
I'm going to spend 40 seconds more, so I want to share another story, which my father, he's serving in the army. I don't know whether how many guys you serving in the army before. He has another comrade who also serving in the army. That's years ago before. When he finished, he started his own business. He's very successful in China. One thing why he told me when his success, he told me because the time he's serving in the army, he learned a lot, and he used it in the future business. So I only in Accenture for 3 months. I start to have same feelings. The time I'm going to be in Accenture in the next few years is going to help me in the future for many different areas. I hope people who want to consider this another angle.
If there is anybody in the room that is actively looking or knows somebody that's actively looking, just come out to the stand outside and have a chat. We have brochures here, so there's a lot of jobs, so Python at all levels, data science roles, machine learning roles. So yeah, if you've itchy feet, do come out and have a chat.
I'd like to piggyback on that. I'll be hanging out outside here if you want to talk more. But yeah, we're a rapidly growing company. We're in London, we're here in Limerick, Austin, San Francisco, and we're growing very quickly. Looking for good people, so just come talk to me and let's talk shop.
We're all wearing these lovely t-shirts, so you'll know where to find us if you haven't found us already. 30 seconds, what hasn't been said. There's a gold rush about to happen in technology and finance at the moment. We'll probably be the first banker that are allowed to use the cloud exclusively, like take the data out. There's a humongous amount of work, there's a humongous amount of hiring is going to happen in the next few years, and it's exciting. So come over and talk to us directly. If you can get a chance, have a chat with me, definitely about it, and I can explain anything you need.
So, thank you very much to the recruiters. Give them a big hand.